Hello team, welcome to an update video. We are looking at the S&P 500 and there are two markets. The S&P 500 is dominated by the large Mag 7 stocks, and those are, let's say, fairly to expensive, richly priced. But there are deals in the other side of the market, and I just want to briefly cover that. Let's do everybody's favorite, Tesla. Tesla right now looks like it could be putting in some short-term profit-taking top. I thought it could break out even higher, maybe head to 500. Maybe it takes a pause for now, but price to sales is 15, price to cash flow is 93. It's not cheap. And if we look at the gross profit, I was blown away when I saw this. Tesla has been declining in gross profit since 2023. So they're pricing in the Optimus robot. They're pricing in a lot of future growth, but the reality is we don't have growth right now. Let's do the same thing for Nvidia. Nvidia is a little bit different. I do think it could be putting in some kind of a top short term. If we look at price to sales, 27 is a little rich. Every bottom in Nvidia has been around 10 times sales and under 10 times sales. So 27 is not a cheap valuation. We all know that. If you look at the gross profit, unlike Tesla, there is plenty of growth still in Nvidia. The analyst, when I look at Seeking Alpha, they still believe there's a lot of growth in Nvidia. But I don't mind seeing Nvidia come in and become more attractive. This 188 could be a top formation for now. Last time it topped, it did drop 40%. Could that be happening again? I don't know. AMD, I was a big fan of AMD when it was below $100. At 220, it's a little more expensive. Let's see what the analysts say. I haven't looked. AMD earnings, it's closer to richly priced. For 2026, it's not too bad. They're expecting $6 in earnings now, which is interesting. So that's a 37 PE at this price, and potentially $22 per share in earnings by 2030. So hopefully you can see that. 2030 right here, $22. What would you pay for a $22 earning company? It's 220 right now, so they're pricing in a 10 PE, easily double or triple that. So there is upside in AMD. I wouldn't mind seeing it dip. Let's just, yeah. Do I have any lines? Could that be a $600 stock in the future? We'll just leave it like that. Well, before I transition to some value stocks, let's look at silver. Silver, $50. I think the spot price hit over $51 per share. Fantastic. Really happy to see that. I think it goes higher. First time in 40 years that silver has gone this high. Let's see. MBLY is one that I'm tracking. Excuse me. MBLY, it has plenty of growth in the future. Expected to make over $2 by 2030. It's only a $14 stock. I still want to see it below $10. I'm buying it now, but I do believe that this one could go lower. And maybe it goes $10, $11. We'll see. Maybe it takes out the low, but I like it. Let's see. They have gross profit almost $1 billion. They have 1.7 billion in cash. So if I could get it below, let's say net 10 billion, and I think it goes to 150 billion in market cap, that's MBLY, and they're in autonomous vehicles. I like it. Snapchat, also one that I'm tracking. I do like it for the long term. They have, excuse me, a negative operating income, but hopefully if they grow over the next few years, that'll become positive. They have 2.8 billion in gross profit, and the whole company is 13 billion. So I like that one. Under Armour. Now these are the stocks that I'm looking at instead of the Mag 7. I like Under Armour. I think this one's a mess, but if you look, they have $500 million in operating income, 2.47 in gross profit, and the whole company is trading at 2 billion. I think that's worth looking at. They're trying to do growth in shoes. They're still selling a lot of apparel in sportswear. Under Armour, I like. PTLO, not at highs. This is all-time lows in portillos. They do have a positive operating income. They're making money. 140 million in gross profit, and so it's trading at 4 times gross profit, and they're still planning to grow their footprint. So I do like portillos long term. It's not a huge grower, but I like the price. 4 times gross profit. That's where I like to play. Is there anything else? This is another weird one. DDI. It's a tiny company, 444 market cap. They have more cash than what you pay for the stock. So they have 483 million in cash, and the whole company is 444 million, and their gross profit is 313 million. So it's really cheap relative to gross profit, and it's about 4 times operating income. That's basically a 4 PE. super cheap. They do mobile games and online games. It's just cheap. I don't think it's a grower, but I can't ignore that valuation. 4 PE. It's a small grower, 5 to 10% grower, but I just thought I would throw that in. DDI. Let me know if you're looking at any stocks or how you're trading this market. The S&P, that big day, big volume. Trump came out with a tweet talking about negative news for China, negative trade. So he's threatening China again. Could that be the catalyst for more downside? I don't know. I hope so, because then we'll get bargains. Let me know what you're looking at or what you want to look for in the next video.